our buffs, we can no longer complain that our character is the reason we're losing. So it's time to get into training mode and actually practice all the techniques that we're meant to be good at in order to win. So here are the 5 main, what would you call them, drills you can run before playing in order to get your fingers ready to play Rain. Now that our projectile cancel has been buffed, not only in it being faster, we can also crouch block after it. Wow! Now, doing this in neutral is actually a really good option. It was already a really good option, but against things like Kung Lao Hat, it used to be kind of annoying because you try to crouch block out of it and you wouldn't because you couldn't for some reason. So now just dashing around like this, you can go forward, you can go backwards. It keeps you really unpredictable because the opponent doesn't know if you're throwing projectiles, you're just moving around like a weirdo, and you build a bunch of meter while you're doing it. So it's a really, really important technique for Rain at the moment. So just practice, maybe just like 10 forwards, 10 backwards, and see if you can get them all in a row and as fast as you can. Or maybe more realistically, just 2 in a row. And while you're at it, you can also practice cancelling into some special moves now, because now we can, while we're holding it down, we can cancel into a portal, we can cancel into Weather God, if you think the opponent is going to jump, which is a pretty cool thing that we can do now, because now people thinking that we're holding it down to get a fully charged projectile, you can be like, oh, catch a jump in. So not only we're schmoving, we're also catching. Oops. So that's drill 1 on the fireball cancels. Next drill is also going to be on fireball cancels, but they're going to be from buttons. So doing weird pressure like this is pretty important. You're not going to be doing that specifically, but doing stuff like this is going to be more important. Where you can cancel things forward, you can cancel things backwards. You got to make sure that you can go in both directions and doing it really quick, and maybe repeat it a bunch of times in a row. Vehicle. Right, so now we're canceling in the neutral, and we're canceling when we're up close. Now we gotta know how to cancel when we're in combos. So what are we gonna be canceling off of? Well, of course, it's gonna be forward 1, 4-2-1, so we can cancel that into dash standing 1, or dash back 3. So practice going that into either a full combo, making sure just, you can start these combos if you needed to, because it is something that will probably happen to you a lot in a match, because we get a lot of 4-2-1s. Then once you've got that one, then maybe do a little bit of a harder one with 2-1-1. As far as I'm aware, we can only cancel this into 1-1, but that gives us a pretty damaging combo, so make sure you can do that, and then make sure you can do it off your back 3s again. So make sure we got our cancels down. Now that we're on back 3 cancels, make sure that you can cancel your back 3 into down, down, up, because that is a really important skill that's going to let us get a lot of cool mirrorless combos. If we can do that, we can get 33% meterless anytime we get a back 3. And the 5th thing is to check the spacing on these buttons, because they're new buttons, you're not used to where they're going to hit. We know exactly where we can hit our down 3s, but this forward 1, it kind of deceives me in how far it goes. So I need to make sure I know exactly how far it reaches so that I don't embarrassingly do this all the time, where I just leave myself right in front of them, ready to get hit. And I know that it's exactly about this range that it's going to connect with the opponent, and my back 3 is exactly about this range. Making sure that you know exactly how these are spaced, make sure that you know which ones you can go for on different types of Oki, or in neutral you know how much you have to move. So I know for my back 3, at around this distance this will actually connect, but if I want to go for forward 1, I have to do a micro dash into the forward 1. So making sure that we can actually connect these buttons properly will make our neutral far more successful. So that's it, we practice our projectile cancels, we practice our block cancels. We practice our on-hit cancels. We practice buffering into down, down, up for our Weather God. This can be from back 3, but also importantly off of our pokes, since it's a good mid that we can cancel off of our pokes to get some interesting pressure. It can be hard to do, so it's good to practice. And then play around checking we know how to connect these normals. I still am messing up the forward 1, but back 3 I'm pretty confident that I know exactly how to hit it, which is important because then you know exactly when you can go boom, and you can strike and seal the deal. And those 5 drills should help you get better at rain. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you practicing, and I'll see you online. Bye!